Been a lot of talk lately about where the James Bond movie franchise will be going as of late, who's going to take over when Daniel Craig is no longer 007. Names like Tom Hardy's been floating around, Idris Elba's been floating around, which would be interesting because Idris Elba would be the first black James Bond, which a lot of people are excited about, feel it's about time. But one person in particular, his name is Anthony Horowitz, is not a big fan of Idris Elba taking over the role. And Anthony Horowitz carries a little bit of weight. He is a British novelist. He wrote one of the more recent James Bond novels. It's called Trigger Mortis. It's actually coming out this month. And he was asked about it in an interview. What do you think of Idris Elba taking over the role of James Bond? It's been a possibility. And he said, I feel that Idris Elba is too street to play James Bond.
Darnell Bond.
People immediately associate the word street with black and urban, and probably like, oh, he's thinking he's too ghetto, and just because he's black he can't do it. So there was a lot of sort of racial connotations with it, whether he meant to say it like that or not, which he apparently did not mean to say it at all. He put out this comment being like, I did not mean that at all. I just meant that I'm used to seeing him on the BBC show Luther, in which he's like a really gritty, streetwise guy, and I think James Bond should be someone who's more suave instead of street. To which I think, I don't know anyone who's any suaver than Idris Elba. I mean, the guy is very tall, strapping, good-looking guy, very charismatic. My girlfriend loves him, possibly more than me, and I asked her yesterday, just without her knowing about this backstory about him being too street to play the role. It's like, oh, do you think that Idris Elba is suave? And she almost melted into a puddle in front of me. It's like, oh, that man is smoother than silk. Like, gave it a definite thumbs up on the suave. But let us know who you think should be the next James Bond. Bit of sad news, the film world lost a horror filmmaking icon this past week, Wes Craven, who, of course, is famous for the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, the Scream franchise, got to start doing The Hills Have Eyes, The Last House on the Left. He passed away this past week at the age of 76. He had brain cancer. Everyone was sad, gave their well wishes. Like I said, he is well known for doing horror movies, but he was pretty versatile. He actually directed the movie Music of the Heart, starring Meryl Streep, which actually got her an Academy Award nomination. So he did more than just horror, but when it came to horror, he is arguably the best to ever do it. He always would find new ways to sort of flip the genre on its side, sort of like reinvent the wheel, take it apart. I remember when he did the Nightmare on Elm Street series, and then it kind of started becoming very generic. He then did New Nightmare, which was taking all the actors from the original Nightmare on Elm Street, casting them as themselves, and putting them in kind of like this meta play of having to deal with like Freddy and the nightmares and everything. And then also with Scream and how that was half spoof, half love letter. The guy just always found new ways to make horror interesting. So we'll definitely miss his impact on cinema. Movie I saw this week was The Transporter Refueled. So for me, this movie was actually super boring. I don't know why it was, just nothing really clicked for me. The writing just seemed even more forced and cliche than it's been in the past, which is kind of saying something because it's not like the other Transporter movies were winning Oscars for writing. But the action sequences, well, they were good, but the fight sequences I had a big problem with. So I felt the execution was poor. I actually did not enjoy this, and I even went into this movie, as you've seen in a bunch of my other previews, I've given a lot of movies a lot of leeway in terms of, oh, just shut off your brain and go and enjoy it. My brain was shut off. It really was. Had my popcorn, had my soda, I was ready just to enjoy, and I didn't. So I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to give out my first 0 ticket stubs out of 3. I definitely don't recommend seeing this ever. Thanks again for watching Hip Hop and Movie News, and also keep sending in your 15-second film reenactments. This week it comes from, and again forgive me for butchering the name, Mateak. It's a very funny piece we leave you with. I'll see you next week.
The hills are alive with the sound